This is part 2 of the Dark Rites of Arkham playthrough. So we'll load our main save. I guess the main save A is probably the latest one. I accidentally added the A in there. So we'll do that one. Yep. So make our way down here. So we need to go, what, to the basement? I think this is the first time I've been down to the basement. So they did put out an update recently too where they fixed some typos and stuff, which is good. I'm not carrying brownouts by poking blind at the breakers. They're coming from the elevated train on Barlow Street right behind the station. In the lockers. Empty. Nice. Alright, let's check the next one. The toolbox. Rest itself completely useless. Okay. Office supplies, or so the labels say. We'll look at that whole box full of letter openers. I'm done shredding envelopes with my nails. Especially since I've been chewing them to nubs. Nice. Got a useful item. Guess this is where to park my new partner. What was his name again? Holden Hunter. Oh damn it, it's right there on the plaque. Harvey Whitman. Harvey Whitman? I'm Jack Foster, your new partner. Damn it. What the? I was taking a dump. There he is. Oh, God, Rudolph knows. He must be Jack Foster, my new partner, and you're Harvey Whitman. A pleasure. I'm sorry, but I'm not going to shake your hand. Of course you won't. You just came out of the bathroom. That's not the reason. I think shaking hands is a social convention that disregards those who find physical contact. Okay, cut the crap. The captain already told me you were an odd duck. He said that? He also said you wanted to talk to me about the case. Yes, come with me. I took the liberty of making renderings of the tattoo on her victim's back based on the crime scene photos. Why, I already drew it. Your sketch was rather crude, and several symbols do not correspond to their original positions. I apologize if I offended you, but it's a matter of organization. Don't sweat it. Around here, everything's organized. Even crime. I prefer not to show crime scene photos to civilians, so I drew it as faithfully as possible. Hold on, what the hell is that? What? Where? In the lower right corner. The symbol that wasn't on the victim's back. That's my signature. Your signature? What is this, an art contest? No, why? Forget it, go on. I see there's a symbol inside that circle. Their origin is lost in the mists of time. Some experts claim they predate cuneiform writing. You know what? The earliest writing system on record, developed by the ancient Sumerians in Mesopotamia 3,000 years before Christ. I studied these symbols years ago. It's very basic concept-based script. Can you read them? What do they say? I'm a bit rusty, but several can be translated as repulsion or rejection. Now look at the ones follow the line on the circle. They look like arrows. Exactly, and they all point outward. Similar symbology is reflected in several spells in the quilted disc. All is written by Count Derlet. This all suggests a warding spell. According to the Book of A, but for the type of spell to be effective, the pattern must be duplicated between the person to be protected and the space where they want to be protected. Okay. So you're saying the tattoo on the victim's back and the symbol on the floor. According to your theory, the guy wasn't a victim of a ritual. He was protecting himself. Protecting himself from who? Or from what? I have a question. The symbol in the center. You haven't mentioned it. What does it mean? I cannot say for certain. I believe it could be the emblem of an order. I've combed through my entire library looking for its meaning or a similar pattern, but I haven't been able to find it. However, for several years now, I've been in contact with a man who is very knowledgeable about occult symbolism. Benjamin Marsh. He's an antiquarian and one of the leading experts on the subject, and he's here in Arkham. He's a very private person. He always refused to meet in person. We only communicated by letter. Lately, he hasn't been answering my letters. I fear something may have happened to him. Sounds like we should pay the social butterfly a visit. Might give us a clue to the victim's identity if we crack that emblem. There's also the matter of the hand found next to the body, the charred one, right? Our second Vic at the scene. I've analyzed the photograph and have come to the conclusion that this type of charring is quite unusual, typical of spontaneous human combustion, a phenomenon that is not very common but real. Wait a second, spontaneous what now? Say that again? That the man burned without any external source of ignition. I beg your pardon? That the victim burned on its own. You kidding me? That's even possible? Absolutely. In fact, this morning I read a story in today's edition of the Arkham Advisor about a lecture by a certain Philip Moore who studies these phenomena. We can present the case to him and perhaps establish a connection between the protection spell and the spontaneous human combustion of the second victim. Hold on, are you telling me some black magic hex hooked him from the inside? You buying into black magic? A year ago I'd have called it a bunk, but lately let's say I'm more open-minded. Leave it at that. What about you? My background is in science. I'm supposed to reject these superstitions. But in my years of service I've witnessed things that defy rational explanation. I'm not sure that comforts me, but at least I'm not alone. Okay, so where's this fella you mentioned giving his talk? I don't remember. I skimmed the news and haven't thought about it until now. All I know is that the lecture is today. Well, grab the newspaper and we'll find out. I don't have it here. Mackenzie took it with him this afternoon. Alright, let's find a newspaper and pay a visit to the expert symbolism. Grab your hat, we're rolling. I don't wear one. Another social convention you don't agree with? No, the lining gives me eczema on my forehead. Good lord. Okay, what are you doing? Taking the photos of the charred hand. Want to show them to the expert. We're set. Do you have a notebook with you? Yes. Alright, now we're partners, you're on note duty, which means I don't have to carry mine. Something tells me my pockets are going to be full before this case is over. Let's go. Line doesn't reach down here. Really for decoration. Is it real? Indeed. Try asking how it found a way here. But you didn't go poke around in those drawers. Why? They've got material from ongoing cases. I'd rather you didn't mess up my files. The pentagram got my attention, but the one on the floor is the one I care about. You're not performing satanic rituals and all that crap down here, are you? I will admit I have performed some in the past, purely as a method to better understand the satanic mindset, but not in this case. I was looking for a correlation between these two symbols for research project and didn't have another blackboard available. Ah, and here I thought you were just summoning Lucifer in your spare time. No, not, it's just... Alright, I get the picture. Need to hit the John? I already went. What about you? Johns upstairs are always a mess. Doubt this one down here is any better. I'll pass. Don't worry, I clean it every day. So you won't shake your partner's hand, but you'll scrub a toilet bowl? I doubt that. What's the story with these connected dots on the Arkham map? It is an investigation I've been conducting for quite some time. I'm all ears. I don't want to bore you with the details. Alright. But you've been swamped with all these cults springing up, huh? Looks like folks are getting nuttier by the day. It's a little more complex than that. Oh, really? What do I know? You're the expert. Yeah, let's recap. We've got 2 victims. One guy was found with his head ripped clean off, lying on some kind of a pentagram. All that was left on the other one was his hand. According to you, it was due to what you did call it, spontaneous human combustion. Yeah, that. First Vic had a warding spell tattooed on him. But who was he trying to protect himself from? From the second victim? Alright, let's pretend the fairy dust is real for a minute. Was the second Vic the killer and the spell did its job? It's possible that the second victim was collaborating in a ritual and for some reason it all got out of control. I hope you're right, because if I'm being honest, I'm way over my head on this one. That'll give us a clue to his identity. If he belongs to an order or a cult, we may be able to place it. We'll also pay a visit to that Philip Moore guy. He can tell us if there's a connection between the spell and spontaneous human combustion. We need a copy of the Arkham Advertiser. I don't remember where that talk will take place. Alright, let's hunt for down. Okay. So let's go to the elevator. We get to the lobby, I guess. Or is that where I was at before? First one can tell us the meaning of the emblem on the first victim's tattoo, and the second one can tell us the connection between the spell and spontaneous human combustion. But first we should get a copy of today's edition of the Arkham Advisor. An article about the venue for Philip Moore's lecture. He said, let's go. Let's stay here. If I can find a copy of that magazine. Is the floor I'm already at? Yeah, it is. Okay, so then we need to go to... who's Lee Archer? Did I talk to this guy already? Yeah. How you holding up? Good, I guess. You got the boys all pissed off, you know that? Yeah, not exactly from Bomb King around here. They blame you for Mac. You too, huh? Me? Nah. Happens. Or cops comes with the territory. For what happened to him. I'm not to blame for what happened to Mac. Yeah, I know. But you gotta admit, the story you told was a little off. Busted a shell game hustler near Wandre. The guy was pretty good, you know. I told him that if he showed me the trick, talk to the judge to get his sentence reduced. Obviously, I ain't telling the judge shit. Want me to show you? Come on, if you guess which hand I have the coin in, you can have it. What do you say? Where's the coin? Left hand? Right. Goofy. He's palming it in his sleeve. What? Coin, he keeps it in his sleeve. Guess the hand of the coin is yours already. I've tipped you off, huh? Hey, you. Think you're clever, huh? It wasn't a fair game. There was no chance to win. That was the goddamn point, you idiot. You're out of line. Do you know who you're working with? But something more but a bookworm. He'll let you the second things get rough. I don't know about that. What I do know is that you owe me a coin. Fuck it, you want your coin? Here's your blasted coin. Pleasure doing business with you. Mark my words, Foster. This guy's gonna leave you high and dry. Well, that was awkward. Is that true? What? He hinted that you have no street experience? Of course I do. Most of my work is done with the office, but I assist my colleagues if my presence is required. And why'd Archer say it? I don't know. I guess like you, I'm not very popular with the colleagues. but I promise you I'll rise to the occasion. I'll cover you when I have to, and you'll be there when you need me. Are you sure? You should trust what I'm telling you. You're my partner. I know. Archer's been saying I belong in the loony bin, and he's one of the ones who blames me for what happened to Mac. And when he saw me, the son of a bitch didn't have the guts to say it to my face. You better be out there, Harvey. I will. Don't worry about it. Let's move. A limited edition gold-plated Bronson tuxedo lighter. It cost me a small fortune. Let's go to maybe the evidence. I don't know if there's going to be something there. Or if we just find the newspaper somewhere completely outside of this police office. They say water is supposed to be odorless, and tasteless. This one smells awful. It's a greenish color and tastes like hell. Does it come straight from the Arkham River or what? Our new president, Franklin Delano Roosevelt. The so-called experts think he'll pull us out of this whole mess. So who'd you pull the lever for in the last election? The vote is secret. Figured. The Socialist Party of America, huh? Newspaper clippings. The department's proud display of its greatest hits straight from the pages of Arkham Advertiser. Points the way to the evidence lockup. Why are you closing? What? What's that smell? Greasy and delicious. Hello? Wilbur? How's it going, Wilbur? Can't complain? I mean, of course I can, but at least I have a job. I pray it stays that way. By the way, hey, sorry about Mac. Yeah, well, what kind of a feast are you guys having back there? Ah, smells good, huh? It's some hot dogs from a guy who would stand over at Long Park. By the way, I saw Frank the Warren there. There's a mistake there. Word is he's the mayor of Bradley's campaign now. He sends his regards. That he's part of the campaign team? That rat's up to something. He's reformed. I'll believe it when I see it. I think I'll swing by. Something about this stinks. Hey Harvey, you heard of Cullen-Harrison Act? They want to legalize the sale of beer and wine. They say Roosevelt is about to sign it. It's a good news. How about we get a head start on celebrating? There's a guy those bastards upstairs turn a blind eye to. And I think we could get a couple of bottles of Are You Out of Your Mind? Then count on me. How does this work? You know the drill, Foster. What's the matter with you? You bring me some evidence, you'll fill out the delivery form, and you blog it. Like we've always done. Yeah. This joint's leaking like a sieve. One of those days we're gonna have to swim out of this dump. Why would you take a bucket of water? Why wouldn't I? Very random. Wait, what was it? What was that on the table there? Or on the chair thing? What are these documents? Entry forms? Okay, registering the evidence. Got it. Okay, well. Guess we can leave the building. Take the park out. Maybe we'll get a newspaper here. Magazines. What are these magazines doing here? The bus company has placed a stand with various magazines at some stops to entertain passengers while they wait. It says so right there. When folks don't just walk out with them. Someone will, but there's usually old issues anyways. Do you know what the bus will arrive? It's taking longer than usual, no idea. But trust the motto of the Arkham Metro bus network. Punctuality is our commitment. Punctuality. I've been waiting here for over half an hour. Luckily, I'm entertained by these magazines. What are you reading? Strange Eons. Never heard of it till now. It's fascinating. What kind of stories does it push? There's a very interesting article about something called astral travel. Do you know that our souls can leave the body and travel to find the laws of physics? Magazine sounds interesting. Can I borrow it? To be honest, I'm having a revelation with this magazine. I didn't think there was so many unexplained and mysterious events in this world. Wait for the bus to arrive and I'll put it back. Okay. Open your eyes. Arkham will burn tonight. The city will be consumed by fire. You turned your backs on the signs, but the clock hasn't struck down. Doom yet. You must wake up. You must act now. It's in his underwear. Well. Detective Foster. Wilbur was right, you've been reformed. Although I don't know if working for a politician counts as being reformed. I don't know what you're doing here, but I'm a brand new man with an honest job. I have the honor of being part of Mayor Bradley's campaign team. So what's with all the stars and stripes peripheralia? These are local elections, not presidents. Essential. Mayor Bradley has always been known for his grandiloquence and vanity. Who's your friend? I don't like his attitude. He's probably a communist. Oh? Already the guy who looks like he mugged Uncle Sam. Oh, I missed it. Oh my god, I keep clicking on that shit and missing. Warm, meet my partner, Harvey Whitman. He'll be happy to bust you if this whole racket is to commit one of your misdeeds. I told you I'm a new man. My name is Frank Morley. Warm is dead and Bright okay? Damn cops. I trust them. The tray is empty. It's a tray of cinnamon rolls made by the Salvation Army widows. They've always been staunch supporters of the mayor. They're all gone. Ants the size of King Kong devoured them. The park is full of them. They even drove off the hot dog guy. My parent doesn't agree with me. Their candidate selection program. You can take one if you wish. We got plenty of toilet paper at home. Would you like one? Aware of Mayor Bradley's selection program. You've heard it, they're all yours. What about this umbrella? The rainy season will soon begin and Mayor Bradley has been kind enough to give away umbrellas to his citizens. All gone but that one. A very populist way to buy votes. Bradley is only looking out for the people of Arkham. Is that buying votes? Yeah, I think so. You're not used to how elections work in a democracy, are you, Red? In my case, I'll let them buy my vote. I sell myself cheap. I'm going to take this umbrella. Looks solid. Hey, you can't take it. Why? It's busted and won't close. Voters would get a bad impression if they thought that mayor was giving out substandard gifts. Come back tomorrow if you want one. My colleagues will have replaced them by then. Okay. That's that. Next. Hey Harvey, tell me a little bit about yourself. Are you married? Why do you talk so much? Hey, want to stop talking for a moment? I talk so much because you talk so little. Someone's got to balance the universe. One moment. Dr. Schreiner's practices in this very building. You know her? Yes, we're working together on an innovative psychological profile based on various cult leaders. What are we doing here? Simple bureaucracy. It's only take a moment. Oh yeah, newspaper vending machine as well. The Arkham Advertiser, morning's edition, we're in luck. 1 copper and a slot, and we learn where the combustion's quack talking. And look at me, I have a coin. Nice. What the hell? There's something in the slot stopping me from inserting the coin, so the rumors are true. Rumors, but rumors. A couple of weeks ago, Mayor Bradley revoked the Masonic Herald's license to sell through these machines. I guess he did it in a fit of rage over the article linking him to the Ku Klux Klan. I doubt very much that's legal. Get to the point. Rumor has it that the Herald is sending its paddlers to sabotage the Arkham tires and machines. Well, the Fourth Estate wars have just screwed us over. I saw my coin at least? Yeah, okay. Good evening. Is this where the brain picking happens? Silence. What's going on? I'm with a patient who... Oh, Dr. Whitman. It's a pleasure to see you. Doctor? I have a doctorate in psychiatry from the University of Massachusetts, Amherst. Can't see you right now, Mr. Foster. I must attend to Mr. Willman first. What's wrong? I put him under hypnosis and he won't wake up. There's no need to worry. Some patients take a while to come out of hypnotic lethargy. This guy? Hypnotic lethargy? He's just asleep. Tap your fingers or whatever you do and get him out of here. It doesn't matter if he's asleep or still in a trance. The protocol is very clear. What does the protocol say? We have to wait. To wait? Hey buddy, this ain't no boarding house, so get off your ass and go home. Mr. Foster, I beg you not to disturb the patient. It would be dangerous for him to wake up suddenly. Suggest you come back later and we can talk calmly. Okay. On desk there's a seal from the Arkham Police Department. Please stop snooping around my desk and stay away from it. Books on psychiatry, I guess. Hey Harvey, you read the Dread, don't you? Mr. Foster. Okay. Box. Federal crime to steal it. I'm not stealing, I'm investigating. I'm a detective, remember? Okay. We'll go to the antique shop next. Rob's Diner. So this is where your pen pal keeps his antique shop? Yes, it's a little further down the road. Go to the diner. Something smells good. You up for a bite? We're in the middle of an investigation and we're running late. How about we leave it for later? Your call, partner. Wait, let me see something. Can I get like canned food or anything like that? Maybe for later. Robert wants to do something for folks who lost everything and can't afford a plate, but they don't look too healthy. I mean, the cans are rusted to hell. Not the inside look any prettier. Look, this is all Rob's thing. Links to him. The hell, they're free. I'll grab one. I'll be of use at some point here. How are you, buddy? Hey, what are you doing? I was going to pet the dog. You wouldn't shake my hand when we met, but you'll pet the many strange tray. You're hand the hell away from it unless you want to catch mange. Wait. Night, gentlemen. Hey, what are you drinking? Me? Rum? In that case, I have no choice but to confiscate the bottle and take you to the police station, sir. What are you doing? What? Get over here. What? Get over here. What the hell are you doing? The man is committing a crime. He's in possession of an alcoholic beverage. That's illegal. Probably the only relief that the poor bastard has in his life is to take a few swigs from the bottle without a cop coming in and breaking his chops. Are you telling me to turn a blind eye? In this case, yes. You're justifying a crime, Jack. No, for God's sake. Don't be so square, okay? I do this. Let me see. Label says it's sardines. It looks like crude oil to me. Hey buddy, it's not much of an animal lover, but if you feed him that, you and I are gonna have a problem. Of course, you grease a blow with that junk. Before we go in, I should mention something to you. Shoot. Huh? Oh. Benjamin Marsh hails from Innsmouth. What do you know about Innsmouth? Well, about 3 years ago, the feds stormed the town like a damn 7th Cavalry. They raided, arrested half the town, and dynamited the waterfront. I don't know what happened there, but it must have been big. Oh, and the folks there have a strange look about them. Word is from the inbreeding. I don't know, I have never seen one of them. The people of Innsmouth are very reserved, and their distrust of strangers borders on the paranoia. It took me many letters to gain his trust. I am telling you all this because it should be me the one who talks to him. Don't worry, I'll do the talking. If he plays hard to get, I'll smack him around. Jack, it's a joke. A joke? Don't you have a sense of humor? Come on, let's go in. Remember, let me do the talking. Who are you? What the hell do you want? Mr. Marsh, do I know you? Not in person. I'm Harvey Whitman. We've been corresponding these past few months. Harvey Whitman, huh? I don't talk to pigs, get lost. Oh, Enough out of you. My turn. Listen, pal. I don't know who you think you are, but around here only one man gets to insult my partner, and that's me. Jesus, Mary, and Joseph. What's the matter? Ever seen anyone from Innsmouth before? Not this close. I saw a picture of one of you in a paper once. Thought it was blurry. Guess not. Allow me to make the introductions. I'm Detective Jack Foster, and this is my partner, Detective Harvey Whitman. I know who this guy is. For months, he's been pumping me for information about my knowledge of symbology. And it turns out he's a damn cop. Just like you. So you can both get the hell out. Hey, relax, will you? I just want information on a strange symbol. My partner swears you're Arkham's foremost mind of occult symbols. And rightly so. Great, we've come to the right place. Now you can go somewhere else, I'm not helping you. So you claim you're the top hand in symbology. I am. I've been studying occult symbology all my life. I had access to books and documents that other scholars would kill for. I think you are bluffing. You're nothing more than a simple antique dealer. I don't think this fellow can help us, Harvey. I know what you're trying to do, Detective, but that's not going to work on me. Okay, he's a cop. I'm a cop too. Does that make me a pig too? That's right. Watch it, pal. You deceived me. Until your last letter, you didn't comment on what you did for a living. Our correspondence began as one scholar to another. Perhaps I should have mentioned it if it was so important to you. I beg your pardon. And on top of that, the data I provided helped solve a case. I feel dirty for helping a fascist institution. Never been to Innsmouth, would you recommend it? Is there good food in there? Fish, I suppose? You miss nothing. Leave the people of Innsmouth alone, and we'll return to the courtesy. We're not here to look at the antiques. This is police business, and you should help us. For my own good, is it? That where the threat come in? No one is going to threaten anyone, Mr. Marsh. Refusing to assist the Arkham police could lead to your arrest for obstruction of justice. It'll be better for all of us. We arrive at the amicable arrangement. What is that you're not understanding? I don't place my knowledge in hands of oppressors. So you don't like the police, huh? That I've been subtle. Come on, what's with the bile? The Arkham cops helped the feds destroy my hometown. Don't look at me, I wasn't there. You're part of the same repressive organization. We're just enforcing the law. Repressive laws. But what the hell happened in Innsmouth? The feds were investigating an alarming series of disappearances in the area. People disappeared every day, everywhere. People are irresponsible and careless. Florida has found a connection between these disappearances and a cult called the Esoteric Order of Dagon. Nonsense. This is America. Everyone must look at the same, believe in the same God if they don't want to be singled out. Want to know what happened in Innsmouth? Look at yourselves and look at me. That's what happened in Innsmouth. We're asking a small favor, that's all. Help us crack a symbol so we can close the case and we're gone. You'll never see us again. Help the police. The police helped me at the Arkham Museum. The unusual. What? What happened at that museum? It's none of your concern. What happened at the Arkham Museum was unusual. Police taking a stand against anyone who's different from them. We'll be back. I hope not. Several pieces are covered with the seaweed and mollusks. You thought about cleaning them? You could make a few extra bucks for that. They're not for sale. They're on some of the Polynesian islands. It is said that your town was twinned with certain island in the area. Am I wrong? Knowledge of the history of Innsmouth belongs only to my people. You stick to your folklore, the Mickey Mouse of the Marx Brothers. Hey, you have no right to go in there. Oh, sorry, I'm a detective, professional habit. I don't like snoops, understand? Some of these pieces are ancient. Must be over a century old. It's a good profit to be made from that, isn't it? But not for sale. Nothing here is for sale. Nothing? Didn't you read the sign? Buy and trade only. Trying to recover everything that was looted from Innsmouth by law enforcement. Little by little, I'm getting there, especially thanks to this crisis. Nobody has any money, least of all the pigs who took advantage of the chaos to steal what belongs to my people. My ship, did you build it? It's a Sumatra Queen, one of the ships Captain Abed Marsh used on his voyage to Polynesia. What was the purpose of this voyages? That's none of your business. Okay. So, let's see. It's disheartening that in 4 blocks we've only seen a couple of businesses still standing. We're facing an unprecedented crisis. I wonder how long this crap will last, and if it will ever end. Okay, let's go. First, let me save. Let me do this. Delete. Remove this, and then save. Now, if I actually let me do this menu. Save. This one and delete this one. Yep. Exit out of here. Go to the museum. Welcome to the Arkham Museum of the Unusual. Enter with an open mind and prepare to transform your conceived ideas about this reality. Oh. I see that much sought after a treasure of primordial fear has caught your attention. I've received tempting offers from Miskatonic University to make it part of their collection. What a better place than here for this cursed book. This is the skull of a member of the fearsome Chocho people natives of the Southeast Asia. So far, no one has been able to see them and come out alive. This is the closest you'll get to them without endangering your physical integrity. Detective Foster and Whitman, may I ask a few questions? Floyd, Raymond, Floyd. Floyd. Raymond Floyd. I'm the director of this museum. Is there a problem, detectives? Does the name Benjamin Marsh ring a bell? Oh yes, I'll remember him for the rest of my life. We understand that the museum had a problem with him. An unfortunate incident that should never have occurred. We have a gallery dedicated to the mysterious town of Innsmouth. The most outstanding piece in the collection is a figurine bearing the likeness of the primeval Cthulhu. It comes from the looting that took place in the town after the feds arrived. A unique piece. What is a primeval? They're the deities from the depths of the cosmos. Cthulhu is one of them, worshipped by the entire population of Innsmouth. Marsh stormed in, claiming that the effigy belonged to his people and shouldn't be displayed in a profane place like this. I explained the museum had every right to display it, but he wouldn't listen to the reason. He made it his way to the gallery and smashed the protective glass. I immediately called the police and tried to prevent him from taking it. During the struggle, he stabbed me in the right eye with one of the statuette spikes. Left me blind in that eye. Did you press charges? Are you mad? Benjamin Marsh is a direct descendant of Obed Marsh. Do you know what that means? I don't want any trouble with the Marshes, even after he's blinded you. Oh, detective, there's nothing compared to what could happen to me. The Marsh checked the figure. The police arrived in time to stop him. But when I refused to press charges, they decided to confiscate it as evidence in case I changed my mind. Are we? Yes, I see. We have at the station. We're displaying a replica in its place. It's not ideal as we only display originals here, but visitors are fascinated by it. Can we see the figure? Of course, but I already mentioned that it is a replica. You can enter the museum if you wish. Always under the supervision of our guide. Since the unfortunate incident I told you about, we have instituted a policy of constant surveillance of our visitors. We won't try anything. We're police officers, remember? The museum cannot afford to make any exceptions, detective. I trust you understand. So you don't have the original Arclight. Look it and it's cataloged as evidence. Exactly. But you want it back? That would require charging Benjamin Marsh, and the cure would be worse than the disease. What's the museum about? The Arkham Museum of the Universe unusual aims to show visitors a reality they were unaware of. We tend to live immersed in a life where superstitions has been left behind and scientific reality is imposed on our day-to-day. We try to show, and above all, not to forget that there are unusual and strange facts that exist around us. Where's the music coming from? I've installed an innovative music reproduction system based on magnetic media and distributed several speakers along the torque route. What you're hearing is a loop playback of Through the Cosmos by Matthew Elm. It's an ideal piece to set the mood of the visit, don't you think? Okay. I guess we'll have to go back to the police station to get the other item to bring back to the guy. Where's the guide? Welcome to the museum, Arkham Museum of the Unusual. Please step closer. My name is Horace Chambers, and I will be your guide throughout the tour. If you desire information about any of the pieces on display, we'll be happy to provide it. The tour begins in this room. We call it the Gallery of the Damned Artists. More acquisitions will be coming soon. Okay. Oops. Work of the promising California artist Clark Ashton Smith, poet, writer, and sculptor of the nightmarish figure from the Lost Worlds. This figure is called the Inhabitant of the Moon. Some claim that the image of the being came to the Smith in his sleep. The inhabitants of our stellar satellites revealed their appearance to him through some inconceivable telepathic method. You're looking at the nameless entity. Smith claims to have no memory of sculpting this piece. Simply woke up one morning, and this disturbing sculpture was staring back at him from his workbench. You're in a hall of unusual characters. We would find those who defied science, or who were at the center of events that would test the sanity of ordinary mortals. Herbert West. One of yours? I was part of the raid that arrested him. That was my first assignment after I was posted here. Eric Zahn was a virtuoso German cellist who lived in seclusion in a garret on Rue d'Oiselle in Paris. Every night, the tenants of the boarding house heard strange and frantic music played compulsively coming from Zan's room. One of them befriended the musician and witnessed some terrifying events. According to his account, Zahn was stalked every night by a strange and gigantic creature that only his ghostly music kept at bay. Upon witnessing these events, the men fled the building and reported the incident to the guard. Unfortunately, they did not find Eric Zahn. In fact, he couldn't even find the Rue d'Oiselle. Okay. This guy. This case of Dr. Munoz is a perfect example to illustrate this room. He contributed a severe illness in his native Barcelona, contracted. Years later, he settled in a small room in New York boarding house. He had installed an ammonia-based cooling system that kept the room at a very low temperature in order to control his illness. However, when he saw his body begin to deteriorate with unusual speed due to a failure in the cooling system, Munoz asked for other tenants for help. He asked them for huge quantities of ice, knowing that all the stores would be closed by that hour. When they returned, they found no trace of Munoz except for a vicious puddle in the middle of the room. The doctor had left a hastily written letter. Munoz had been dead for 18 years. He had kept himself alive thanks to the cold air that preserved his tissues. Okay. With the recent discovery of the 9th planet in our solar system, Pluto, we have turned our eyes to the stars. I just realized that we are just a speck of dust in the cosmos. We're unaware of the mysterious and dangers that await us on those worlds. Just as we do not know there are other worlds that are not aligned with our plane of existence, expand your mind and get to know the other realities. There are nice worlds out there. Statistically, there might be, don't you think? In a curtain. 1927, hundreds of witnesses saw an anomaly directly above the Empire State Building in New York. From their statements, it was deduced to be a dimensional breach. There were witnesses who could see through a point of cosmos that did not correspond to our own. What you'll see behind that curtain is a recreation of what happened that day. It was created by Willis O'Brien, who was in charge of the special effects for the movie King Kong. As you can see, okay. Too soon. Should we take a look? Yeah, why not? You can't see shit, but to start, don't be impatient. That's cool. What do you think? Magnificent special effects. That's pretty cool. Unlock. Randolph Carter. This young man claims to travel to strange worlds without moving from spot through his dreams. Accounts of his travels to the unknown, the death, or the dangers the Lothleen are so detailed and realistic that some have dismissed their beings mere invention. Carter is scheduled to undergo an exhaustive scientific examination next month by Miskatonic University in order to confirm his claims. This stone was found at the bottom of the Milas Standish State Forest Swamp. It was part of a meteorite that originated on the planet Pluto. Scientists were amazed to find that, despite stellar erosion, there were unnatural carvings visible on the rock. The rock could be part of an artificial structure on Pluto. In other words, the 9th planet of our solar system is or was inhabited. This is the first material evidence of extraterrestrial life. Amazed? Let's get to the Innsmouth room now. This room is dedicated to the enigmatic town of Innsmouth. This characteristic secrecy has not been an obstacle for the Arkham Museum of the Unusual to provide you with all the information about it. The museum would like to thank Zadok Allen for his collaboration in the making of this room. About the fake figure, the Great Old One Cthulhu. Cosmic entity secretly worshipped by the vast majority of Innsmouth inhabitants. It is said to lie dreaming in a sunken city of Relia, waiting for the day when it will be freed to reign over the earth once more. You're looking at the replica, by the way. Until recently, we exhibited the original found during the Innsmouth raids. A minor incident deprived us of it. We hope to show it to the public again someday. Faces of Madness by Francis Holt. Why isn't it the first room with the others? The museum had to replicate the piece because, guess what? Let's go inside and I'll explain. It's a fascinating story. Come with me. Yeah, so I wonder if we're gonna need to get the item from the evidence locker and go back to the antique shop and kind of like trade it to him for information. Francis Holt was a promising German painter. His interest in dark art became an obsession. Concerned about the young man's mental health, his family committed him to an asylum where he spent the rest of his life. It is known from his writing that he continued his studies in arcane magic there. The painting behind this curtain, The Faces of Madness, is the result of merging the magic with his art. Why Holt did this is unknown. What is known for certain is that viewing this painting can affect the observer. In what way? Paranoia, depression, anger. Each person reacts differently when exposed to this painting. We were convinced that the stories about this work were mere exaggerations, but when we showed it to the public, we realized that everything that was said was true. I'm intrigued, can we see it? Management has decided to not exhibit it until further notice. We've had some public problems with some visitors. We're not just some visitors. Pull back the curtain, let's see it. We won't tell anyone. We're not authorized to do so, sir. I don't even have the piece to activate the mechanism that moves the curtain. Bummer. I was curious about this story. Okay. Okay. I guess we can probably leave. I don't know if there's like a way to just quickly exit or if we have to just go through each room again. Evidence. Yeah, let's see. What do you know about the figure that was seized from a museum? Oh yes, we have it here. Innsmouth Phil used it to gauge the museum's eye out. There's the savages, those inbred yokels, huh? Strangely enough, the guy didn't press charges. You know what? If it were up to me, I'll send all that rabble back to that godforsaken town they should never have left. Got enough problems in Arkham without having to put up with these good faces. I see that figure? You can't. Not your case, Foster. I outside of my case, but that figure is related to our investigation. You can file to examine it. Just fill it out and get it sent by the department. Cut the rate tape, will ya? I'd make the rules, sorry. Just a quick look, that's all. Throw me out for a street if they found out. What am I supposed to do at 48 with no job? Starve on the street like everybody else? No thanks. Insists Jack. Bilbo would risk his job if he agreed to your request. See? Thanks, Woodman. Whose side are you on? Do you want the application or not? Yes, I have no idea. Or no, whatever, evidence. Wait here. How about you button it for a minute? We're police officers, we have to follow the rules. There you go. I filled it out for you. How thoughtful. Get the official Arkham PD seal on it, then you can examine the piece. Someone's not around and these officers locked up tight. Oh, I didn't? I know who has it. Yeah, I'm gonna save for now. I might call it here for this part, but I think for next part we'll have to go back to that psychiatrist and therapist or whatever and get it from her. She had like a stamp thing on her desk. That's probably what we need to get. But anyways guys, thank you for watching and hopefully catch you in the next one.